let me introduce our guest speakers so that we can move on. As I said earlier, today is going to be more conversational. But when you learn, if you don't like to talk, please try and socialize. Okay, great. So first on our list, he's the entertainment show host, both Kasapa and then Star FM. I don't know how many of you listen to Kasapa Entertainment. Yes, and then Star FM Morning Zoo. He's called I call him Kojo, but he's Kojo Preko Dankwa. This man is one of the most influential men in our media, in our entertainment. We like young men and women in music. On his show, so I know all of you will be there. Don't worry. Okay, next on our list. Okay, I met this man first time at Star FM. He really liked new artists and he liked when artists are like really working hard, and he's always creating platforms for artists to get that limelight. And I know, if I don't know anything, I know that he was the one who made this artist come to the limelight, really funny. And he's one person I've always wanted to meet, but every day when he passes, I pass it, so we don't meet each other. And he's the host of the OK FM Best Entertainment Show, and he's the chief editor for the new publisher newspaper, and the CEO of Halifax Entertainment. He's none other than Halifax Ansa Ado. Say thank you. He came around. Thank you. One is an expert. He knows a lot of things. I can't say all the stuff. I want him to share with us. He's none other than Mr. Hubert Kofi Anti. Most people know him. You guys are too small. You know him. Hubert. Please welcome Hubert. He masters all your great arts. He masters all your both in Ghana and outside. So he came with a guest. I want him to do his own introduction. Please join us on our table. Please let's welcome him. Okay. Please sit down. You are welcome. Please, can you introduce yourself first?
My name is Kofi Boachiansa. I'm popularly known in the music circles as Beats Menace.
Oh yeah.
And, I'm a record producer, engineer, and a few other things, in the music biz. Thank you.
Wow. So, welcome once again to Musicoonnect workshop. This is a workshop we are creating to help groom these new and young artists. We want them to understand what goes into it, the do's and don'ts, so that when we present them out there, they will not disgrace any of us here. So please, these are your participants. Today is a conversational workshop. They will be doing more of the questions. You share your experiences and your ideas with them, then they are going to ask questions. Please, are we okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So let's just begin. They don't know you, so when you get up, please mention your name so that they will know you. Are we okay? Sure. So we are going to start with view of Ghana music industry. Most of us we are in Ghana, but we don't know anything about music industry. So since we have those who know more about it, we are going to start with that. So personally, I have a personal question. What are the structures in place for new artists? I know you were not here earlier, but most of them shared with us the worst experience in their lives, and it all sums up to the fact that there are no structures for new artists in our music industry. So first of all, can you tell us Ghana music industry, your whole idea about it, and then the structures that are being put in place for these new artists?
All right. I wasn't around when you guys were touching on the industry and your challenges as young artists and all that. But She's asking whether structures are there for you guys and all that. Yes, there are structures. There are structures in place for young artists, and people who are even there already and all that. What are structures? I'm sure you want to ask yourself what are structures when it comes to the music industry and all that. First off, you need to understand that what you're doing is a trade, and a trade will have to get its roots and its things set on. So if you want to see music as trade, as business, then there's a structure for you. Then there's a place for you to understand the fact that your intellectual property, that we call the IP, is safe. What you produce with the U beats and all that are safe, if you really know what you are doing. Again, what you need to understand is that yes, it's a showbiz, but it's a show business, and you cut it short to be showbiz, and you're excited doing the show and not thinking about business. So of course, you want to get the fact that there's no structures for you. But when you want to look at the business side of the whole industry, yes, you have. Once upon a time, we had what we call KOSGA, which was really dealing with issues concerning music and how people will want to get their royalties and all that. History will tell us that KOSGA, from that time, grew, had his own challenges, came up to what we have, or what we call Gambro. Then there's another bit that I want to call the copyright, the Act 690, which is also there to protect what you guys are doing, what you want to do in the industry. So every single thing that you put on paper, what you grow with it to go to the studio, to go and mix and do all those things, has something that will have to protect it. So there's copyright and then there's Gambro. Now when I want to deal with you on copyright, it means that all the things that you have, I'm sure everybody has either a single or whatever you want to call it. But these songs that you have, you really want to protect it, go to copyright and register it. Simple. So there are structures for you. First off, to know that that particular music that you have, you register it. It means that no one or nobody can go for it. It is your property. It is your bank. It is what you are holding on to in a lifetime. So there are structures for you. So when you go to copyright, you can go there and go and register your intellectual property that you have. So there's something there for you. So there are structures put in place. A lot of us do not really attend to these things, and it makes it very, very worrying when somebody comes on radio to say that, many you beat on your way, and then somebody has taken it and the person is using it and all that. You don't need to struggle on radio. You only have to go to copyright and then go and report. And then your matter is dealt with. You understand? And that is the more reason why you also need to understand the fact that when you also tap into somebody's beat, tap into somebody's lines, tap into some big guy whose song is raining, and they also want to use even 3 or 4 or 5 bars of that particular person, there are consequences that goes with it. So there are structures. Because you do not go to pick somebody's intellectual property, use it on your own for free. It's not done. Do you understand? So there are structures, first off, that you need to understand that it is protecting the industry. It is us who are not really utilizing these institutions to really help us in dealing with issues of such nature. Now, somebody wants to say, I have a song. All that the person cares about is that, I did it for my fans. And that's what most of you do. You want to interview them and they are like, okay, so anyway, how is it doing? Also, we are my fans. How will I get it? What's happening? I meet me, what's happening now? You put your social media handles there and you're like, when you go on Facebook, it is there, and then you can pick it up and then, share with your friends and all that. Do you know what you're doing to yourself? You are killing your own structure. You are killing your own intellectual property. You are just distributing something. You went to UB to pay thousands and beyond, and you come and put it on social media and say it is free for my fans. Which free? When there is a structure, an organization that the copyright law has brought, what we call CMOs, collective management organizations. These institutions will have to deal with what you bring out for people to listen and pull out from internet and all those things. Gamero, they want to deal with you on something simple. You have a music. You're finished with the U-beats and all that. You put it online and all that. Come and register your works with us. Anytime it is played, whether internet, whether radio, everywhere, we will go to these institutions and take your money for you. So that at the end of the month, 6 months, quarterly or whatever, we say, go, Beju Usika. These are the monies coming from your music that you've done. And you are not utilizing it. Then we come back and say, there are no structures. So government says that, listen, because my fellow creative arts people in the music industry and then the film industry, run music and all that, people use pen drives, people use CDs, people use other mechanisms to draw their music for free or probably for anyhow they want to do it. So anybody who imports pen drives, CDs, everything, we're going to put a percentage on it so we can help our brothers and sisters in the creative arts who are into music and movies. So government says, okay, I'm going to levy on that particular thing. There's a tax like that. That tax comes every year and then they share, to musicians and then film, makers in this country. And we're saying there's no structure. There's structure. You only have to go through the business side of the whole industry that you guys are in. If you do not understand the business side of the whole industry, you'll be locked. And then you find yourself wanting to understand that, oh, my nobody is even minding me, my essay, nobody is even getting me there and all that. But listen, Gamro is just at Nathol, Accra here. Copyright the same place. You go there, you register every single song you have. You own it. You see, you might not know a day in your life that particular song can become a hit. You are happy when you hear Halifax playing it on OKFM or me playing it on Star FM, and then you call your friends and say, Charlie, my music they play for OKFM. You are fine, you are happy. But you see, you have not registered your products, your intellectual property with the said organization that is supposed to take care of you. You haven't done it. So we play it for how many years, God knows. What you are thinking you want to rely on is the gig. So if you don't get gigs for the next 1 year, how do you live? But you can live on that registration you have done with that institution that is protecting you. So if you do not do these things, if nobody teaches you and nobody directs you to these places, it becomes a hell for you. So for me, there are structures that are in place. Most of you, your songs cannot penetrate onto the market via the mainstream as you do it. But there's audiovisual. There are people who are looking for people to do soundtracks for them. Movies are there. They are paid for. Those are also songs that when it is played, we have it. If my history tells me right, our man Bisakede did a lot when it comes to movie tracks. Those songs were the ones we were playing on radio. Eventually, the Azonto Ghost and all those things. Those are movie tracks. It wasn't the mainstream songs that he came on there to come say, Charlie, make we record and make we just go pay some bio lanterns. No. Even that one, you still will get something out of that particular thing. So you need to protect what you have. By protecting it, government has made it in such a way that Structures are there for you to be safe when it comes to your intellectual property. I believe intellectual property so much, and you see, it is not easy to set right, and then you produce it, and somebody just picks it up, and then the person uses it. No. So there are structures that you need to visit these places for them to help you do all the things that you have to do. So Esther, there are structures.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Preko.